Hey guys, LootWizard here with another video on Gems of War, and this one is another team video. I'm going to show you a interesting team. I won't say that it's the most powerful. It does lose to quite a bit of teams actually, but it's just one of those teams where I find to be fun that like nobody ever talks about. And it's also useful for farming souls. Now you do need Pharos Ra, which is a mythic troop. But other than that, these other troops are pretty easy to get, I think. We're using Mountain Crusher with the Titan class and Dark Troll. Now, Dark Troll is a giant, so we'll start with 50% mana if you have the Titan class fully traded. And Dark Troll is really important for two reasons. One, it will be generating purple mana for Pharos Ra and the Infernal Machine. But it will also be generating souls, 30 souls every time you cast it, but it actually will be more than that because Pharos Ra has 150% bonus to souls gained, so this is going to give you like somewhere around 75 souls every time you cast it, which is pretty great. So Dark Troll's there. Then we have the Infernal Machine, which is really like our main source of damage. Pharos Ra is just kind of there for the extra souls. But Pharos Ra is not a lightweight when it comes to damage either, which makes this team interesting as well because you can do a 1-to-1 ratio of damage based on your souls. So if you have 100 souls, Pharos Ra is going to do like 130 damage, at least for me, because it will do this extra 30 magic damage there. So Infernal Machine, where is it? What is it? How do you get it? It is a underworld troop. You can get it in the depths of sin. Down there, and it's not a legendary troop, so it shouldn't be too difficult to pull from your portal shards. Now, what this troop does is it will create 8 skulls or 8 doom skulls boosted by your souls. And the boost ratio is 10-to-1, so a tenth of your souls will be added to the skulls that are created. So with one Pharos Ra in the team here, you can get a maximum of 100 souls, which means that a tenth of that is going to be added to the skulls that you're going to generate. But you need to get those skulls up there before you cast the Infernal Machine. Like I already have it full right now, but we would only create 8 skulls, and there isn't much of a chance of that connecting a 4 or 5 match. But we just used Dark Troll, and as you can see right here, we got 75. Now if I cast Pharos Ra here, we'll get to 100. And everything's looking pretty cool. Now we can cast Infernal Machine and watch the skulls. So most of the time the skulls do connect. You saw a crazy amount of skulls there. This time we didn't get lucky enough to have those connect, which that's the whole point. You want them to connect. So here we go. We'll try it again. Boom, boom, boom. Lots of skulls, and we can just, now that we're up there at that 100 souls, you can just keep casting it over and over, and you'll still create all of those skulls. Now, the only downside to that is that obviously if you get entangled up here, there's no way to cleanse it in this team. So that's a downside. The other downside is that it doesn't always create doom skulls. It creates just regular skulls. And the other downside that you just witnessed was that sometimes it will create a bunch of skulls and then it doesn't connect any of them, and then the enemy will just, destroy your Mountain Crusher with that. So there is some danger to this team, but I just think it's one of those weird combinations. Like, I don't know how else to use this troop. Like, I discovered this team because I was trying to figure out how to use the Infernal Machine, because its skulls is boosted by the amount of souls you have. The best soul troop is Pharos Ra. And then I was like, well, hey, here's the Dark Troll, and Infernal Machine and Pharos Ra both use purple. And Mountain Crusher goes well because of barrier, and my Pharos Ra does use brown, and Dark Troll uses brown. So that's kind of how I stumbled across this team, and for what it's worth, it's pretty weird. And you're going to be generating souls while you're doing this, and you'll have some fun with some of these skulls. So, like, if you want to just farm souls and you want to use something different than, like, the one that's always recommended with the Dragon Soul and Pharos Ra and, Umber Wolf, if you want to do something different to farm souls, and you don't have to do PvP. Like, right now, I'm doing PvP with this, but you could just go into explore battles and set it at a lower setting and just still farm just as many souls. Now we're at 100 souls. We should get our maximum amount of skulls going on. And yeah, I mean it's a fun team to use. It's different. So like, you know, I get bored sometimes of teams. Let's go ahead and do a quick explore battle here, just because. Now we can't do the Explorer level 12. I think that's what that one is. I'm pretty sure we can't do that one. Do I have this one set? Well, let's set it down to, you know, let's just do like a difficulty 3, because it doesn't really matter. I mean, honestly, if you're farming souls, you want to do fast battles, you could just do like difficulty 1 or whatever. But, just to show you that you're going to get the same amount of souls doing this as you would in PvP. So you're still going to get the 100 souls up here as long as you do have a Pharos Ra in there fully traded. Now we're going to get the maximum amount of souls when we cast that. And we'll cast out Dark Troll. That should fill it up. And then cast this. Boom. So yeah, it's just, you know, it's one of those teams where it's different. And it's probably not as fast or as effective as the Dragon Soul Pharos Ra team. Because you got to rely on skulls for your damage, really. I mean, there is a magic here for a magic spell for Pharos Ra, but it's only to hit one enemy instead of all of them. So it's not the fastest soul farming team, but it's like it's, you know, it's something different. And if you get bored of using the same teams over and over and over like I do, that's why I try to come up with different teams. Even if they're not the best, at least it's something different, you know? So I do like the Dark Troll for, even if you're not going to use Infernal Machine, I think that both Mountain Crusher and Dark Troll, but Dark Troll is really fantastic to use with the Pharos Ra, even if you're not using Mountain Crusher, because like for example, if you use the Dragon Soul in here, replace Infernal Machine, and you have a Mountain Crusher, Dark Troll, the Dragon Soul, and then Pharos Ra, I mean, you'd still do pretty, you'd generate quite a bit of mana, and, you know, you'd be getting quite a bit of damage to all enemies with that Dragon Soul. So that's good stuff. We'll take this 4-match. Alright, so we're powered up. Time to create all them skulls. Finish it off with the Pharos Ra. So yeah, I'm using Titan class mostly because I wanted Dark Troll to start with 50% mana. But it does also have the Rock Solid and the Lightning Strike. So those two things are pretty good. I just call this team the Soul Skull team because that's really what it's centered around, is the Infernal Machine and its ability to create those skulls. So yeah, real short video here for you guys, and hope you found that interesting, and maybe it'll give you a few ideas of something you can do different. But I really don't know how else to use the Infernal Machine, because it is, I don't know what I'm clicking on here. Go back to PvP. But, you know, obviously if you're doing PvP, it's not going to be able to defeat these kind of teams. We'll just go in here and I'll show you. Just so you don't think that, like, I'm misleading you and this team is, like, the best thing ever. It's not. It's just a fun team to use when you get bored of the Dragon Soul. Oh, well, that was really bad luck. That was really bad luck. There we go. Okay. Now we're up to our maximum amount. Let's do this. So we did get rid of that, but now we got Zolguth. Maybe we'll be able to defeat him. Well, heck. What do you know about that? We did beat him. And here I was saying that this team, I mean, don't get me wrong, okay? This this team, it has potential, but it's not something that I would use for every tough battle in PvP. You are going to get destroyed with this sometimes, but in that case, we got lucky and we were actually able to beat a really hard team with it. So, for what it's worth, guys, there you go. It's a fun Soul Skull team. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.